This Kerry, obviously a slow start defensively. Was there something, was it just kind of first game stuff that happened, or was there something that concerned you? And what was it you guys did to adjust?
Well, I think there are things that are concerning. I wouldn't disagree with that. I do think it was a slow start. I think they're a good team. I think they're a good offense. And I think that anytime you're spending a summer trying to get ready for somebody and you don't know exactly what they're going to do, new coordinator, different things, it's challenging. And so I thought that Greg Madison and Larry Johnson did a great job making some adjustments and having great communication about how we were doing some things differently in the run game. And Al and Matt did a great job from both in the box and on the field of the same thing. And it was very difficult. A lot of things that probably we hadn't seen quite the same way that we had practiced against them and those kind of things. And then I think the kids, I'm so impressed with these kids. They don't panic. They take the adjustments, they understand, they learn, and they go out and put them in place. And so I thought they did a really, really good job after the first couple of series.
All righty, go next to Dan Hope from 11 Warriors. Dan.
Hey, Kerry, it seemed like the quarterback runs in particular gave you guys quite a bit of trouble today. Is there anything that you can pinpoint as, maybe why that was such an issue today?
I think that more of the structure of what we were doing and how we were doing things. I haven't watched the film, and I'd be disingenuous to tell you that, well, I got a perfect answer for that. I know that we will have an answer, but I don't think early on in the game we were handling it very well in the manner in which they were doing it. And so I think that we came in, particularly at halftime, and made a couple of adjustments that I thought were very effective in the second half. But those two kids are talented runners, and they did some really good things, and they read pressure and ran away from it in the middle of a play. I mean, they did some really good stuff as well. And that's an experienced offensive line. So, and I thought the two tight ends were effective in the blocking game for them as well.
All right, we'll go next to Austin Ward from Leonard Monroe. Austin.
Hey, Kerry, as much as I'm sure you were looking forward to being back in the horseshoe, I'm sure it felt very different for you. What was the atmosphere like for somebody who really seems to feed off of that?
Yeah, it was weird. I'm not going to tell you it wasn't weird. It was quiet. It's something that we're going to all have to get used to. A guy scoops and scores a fumble, and you know how that place would have been, right? It would have been absolutely bananas. And it's just different. And so we got to get used to that because that's the way it's going to be. And I think that we will. I think we'll handle it, but I'm not going to tell you it's as much fun. It's not. When that place is rocking now, that's where you want to be. And I missed that. I think our players missed it. There's nothing we can do about it, but let's don't kid ourselves either. That's a fun environment when the shoe's rocking. It's one of the best places in the world to coach a football game or watch a football game.
All right, got time for two more for Coach Coombs. We'll start with Tom Orr from Buckeye Scoop. Tom.
Kerry, Haskell Garrett had that really big sack in the second quarter. What did it mean to you guys both personally and also in terms of just the on-field impact to have him back out there after all he's been through?
Tom, I'm sorry, but I'm just not – I need you to give me a little more clarity. I didn't get it.
Haskell had that big sack in the second quarter. What did it mean to you guys both personally and in terms of on-field impact to have him back out there?
Well, I hugged Haskell in the locker room after the game, and I said, this is a miracle. I mean, it's a miracle. This kid was shot in the face, and I don't know how many days ago it was, but it wasn't that long ago. And he just never gave up. He just kept coming in, and he would be meeting. My office is right across the hall from Larry Johnson's, and he's in there working with Larry, with the stitches and all that stuff, learning and preparing without being able to do anything physically. And for him to do that and then to be able to play, and I'm not going to tell you how he played. I don't know that until I watch the tape, but I know having him on the field was a difference maker for the Buckeyes. And so in every way, shape, and form, you can't undervalue the impact that has on his teammates and the defense in general, that experience that he went through, how he got back on the field in such a short period of time.
All right, we'll wrap up Coach Coombs with Joey Kaufman from the Columbus Dispatch. Joey.
Terry, what did you think of Marcus Hooker's start, and what kind of led him to start, and how did you think he did?
I thought Marcus played well. I will have to wait. You know, it's always hard to make a judgment right after a game. I thought for as young as we are in the back end, I thought that there were some things that we did well. I don't think we did a great job necessarily of crack replacing in some of the run game areas, and be some things that we got to look at and figure out and get better at. But I think that overall, I thought for a group of young players, they played pretty well today. Sean Wade made a huge play today that will be undervalued or undernoticed because of the way he played. He didn't catch the ball, but on the one play, he was really spectacular. But I thought it was really good to see Hook play. Played a lot of guys in the back end, and I'm excited about him.